welcome back. I'm so excited to talk to you about this new album, 25.
Yeah, go on then.
Yes, we do, Robbie Williams, because it's a 25th anniversary album, and that is something to celebrate. In fact, it's a magnificent achievement. Is that how you feel about your career?
I am starting to. It's been 32 years since I've started, and I think that where the Australians and the British or the English are concerned, where we're very similar, we can take a pin and burst any sort of pomposity to Olympian standards. Unfortunately, like some sort of negative widget, the ability to do that to myself is stuck in my head. And at any given time, I have just done some jiu-jitsu grip for like when anybody comes and gives me a compliment, I'll go, yeah, but this is why you're wrong. Now, what I'm going to do with this is just let the fact that some nice stuff happened because I created it, and some people really liked it, and it means a lot to them.
Indeed, and it's good to hear because it's thoroughly deserved. Listening though to you speak about your career, I kind of got the impression that, you know, diving headfirst into pop star life with the hedonism, for example, wasn't really something that you found fulfilling. Would that be a fair summary?
No, what it was I had a hedonistic death wish, and I was very proud of myself that I could go the hardest and the longest, and I just mean party-wise and pub-wise and club-wise. What it actually is, you discover is, I am now visiting hell on a regular basis, and I think I might die. What do you want to do? Do you want to live or do you want to die? And the choice is kind of easy if you feel like there is something worth saving. The choice was easy. It was like live or die. I chose to live.
Good choice. Excellent choice. I recently heard you say something interesting about the music industry, which I found fascinating. You used the term old-fashioned hit, and you were wondering aloud whether or not they exist anymore. What exactly does that mean, and have you found an answer?
No. While I was sleeping, the music industry moved away from me and became something that I don't understand, and that's the process, I guess. That's just what happens through the course of time. But you know what old-fashioned hits sound like? They sound like old-fashioned hits, not this. Look, there's a program called Top of the Pops. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, definitely. It's a legendary program.
Now, if you take Top of the Pops from 1988, any week, and put it on, the varying of colours and the eccentricities and the madness and the craziness and the wow, what personality is that? Why are they wearing that? What's the makeup? What are they trying to say? And the different sounds is extraordinary. If you put on the Top of the Pops in 2022, any given week, every artist would sound like every artist and pretty much look like every artist. It's not their fault. I'm not having a go at them. It's just that there's not many different colours these days.
The good news, I suppose, is that you'll be able to bring your old-fashioned hits to us in just a few weeks because you're playing the AFL Grand Final. Congratulations on that. This must be extremely exciting.
I was super duper excited about that, and I still am, up until a lady in Australia pointed out historically 50% of the audience in Australia absolutely hates the musical artists, and I was like, well, I wasn't scared until that moment.
But I don't think that's true for every act. So, for example, everyone agrees the Killers were just brilliant. And there's a certain kind of act that I think does amazingly well at the Grand Final. I think they're basically, you need to be able to rock out. You need to be like a great frontman. And you need to span generations in your fan base. Which of those boxes don't you tick?
No, I think we're good. Yeah, I've got that shit covered.
But you know what else? I know from having spoken to you that you first saw Aussie Rules in 1989 and you found the game fascinating, and it's come full circle because in 1989 Geelong were very good and now they're very good again. But also in 1989, mullets, huge. And you know what? They've come back in a massive way.
Mate, so is mine. Look at it. I I've caught it from Australia. Yeah, my mullet is back in full force, and that's what makes me love Australia even more. It's that sort of unbridled wildness, not like the British walking around going, look at me, I'm being an idiot. Ooh, I'm crazy, I'm a crazy guy. You know, it's like, nah, mate, you know, I look amazing, and so they do. So they do. They look absolutely extraordinary. So who's your team?
Just going to jump in here. This footy chat really dragged on.
Anybody but United,
Yeah.
ABU. So it's anybody but Collingwood.
But I think the real problem...
And on.
It beats me good.
Seriously?
Yes.
There we go. Fixed it.
I would like to keep talking. We could do this forever. So I probably just have to say thank you so much for speaking to us again. It's been so great to catch up with you and your mullet once more.
I recognise the divine in you.
That's quite heavy stuff.
It's powerful, right?
It's very powerful.
I've just farted.
That I understood.
Bye, mate.